Hey.
And we're back here with Route 65, and we're hanging out with Jenna on Carl's route. And that might be Harry.
That is a Harry.
My psychical powers still work. I
Temporarily.
must have ESPN or something.
Wait, what? How do you know
On this
sport?
episode of Tuesdays with Jenna, Chase comes out.
Not to Jenna, though. This isn't the right
No.
route for that.
No. This isn't Jenna's route.
Darn.
Yeah, we're on Carl's route right now. Her room is rather cramped, adorned with an old metal frame single bed, a cedar desk, and the house's hot water heater. A stack of books and manga completely fills the space under her bed, which has some sort of makeshift book nook. Her desk is surprisingly neat, and I recognize a biology textbook from school open on top. Everything is fairly tidy, neat, and organized, but it still seems somewhat cozy. It's girly as all hell, truly, but it feels like a sanctuary in contrast to the rest of the house, even with the constant rumble of the hot water heater. Jasmynn has turned away from me, sorting something in her backpack. I see her rub her face. Your, door moved.
Not on its own. What do you need?
After a sufficient amount of face rubbing, she turns her to face me, a curious yet expectant look in her eyes. She almost looks as if she's sizing me up, but I think that's just the way her face is. You weren't at school today, and I just wanted to check up on you and whatnot. She turns, moving to close her biology book on the desk and sliding into her backpack.
Well, that's nice of you.
Her tone is abrupt, and it leaves me feeling sort of awkward and foolish. I guess?
Hey, can I borrow your cell phone for a second?
I hesitate. What for?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna go through your text messages or browsing history. Just need to message someone.
I slowly pull my phone from my pocket, though I'm definitely a little wary of handing it over. That doesn't stop Jasmynn from turning hastily and plucking it from my fingertips. Sly fox. She swipes through, and I hear the telltale click-clacking of the touch keys. Who are you texting?
You don't worry about that, and I won't worry about this recently saved images button on here.
Jazz. She narrows her gaze at something, the white light from the device illuminating her features.
You can have a seat if you'd like.
I want to know what's going on.
Like, in general, or...
Regarding you not being at school today and your door being absent.
It isn't absent, Chase. It's just against the wall outside.
I'm starting to actually get angry at this point. If you don't want to talk about it, then just say you don't want to talk about it. Quit trying to make me look stupid for caring. Her blue eyes flick from the screen to me for a brief moment, then back down again.
There's nothing to talk about. Nothing out of the ordinary around here. Just an average day on Cloud 9.
I see her mash her thumb in rapid succession against what looks like the delete button, and then she begins to type again.
How are you doing, though?
I feel my raised jowls go loose at the question. She looks up from my phone, resting it face down on her thigh as she waits my answer. Her shift of concern is a little jarring, though this is what I came for, really, isn't it? As much as I would hate to admit it, her lack of domestic bliss is such a common thing at this point. It's become a bit of a trite topic. It's horrible here, but everyone knows that, especially Jazz. I guess she doesn't need anyone to remind her of it. I'm fine. She stares at me for a good 4 seconds before speaking.
I can tell you're not. I know you have your psychotherapist to help you deal with your hallucinations and sleep paralysis. But you should feel free to talk to her about other problems in your life. Especially if you're unwilling to speak to your friends about them. I found that building up lots of negative emotions like this tends to attract more bad things. You know what I mean.
I stiffen with a startle as I hear knocking on the window. Glancing over, I see 2 large pairs of horns silhouetted against the lower edge of the window pane. Jazz looks to have been clutching her legs tightly, though at seeing what I do, she relaxes as well. Carl wanted to wait outside.
I understand.
Yeah. I look at the carpet between my feet, then slowly rise to a stand. Leo's apparently at some party on Route 65.
He didn't tell me about it.
Yeah, apparently he kept it a secret from us. We're gonna go check it out. Would you like to come? I see her knead her knuckles against the comforter, her tongue pressed against her 2 front teeth.
I wouldn't be able to get away for long, Chase. For now, it's better if I stay put.
She reaches down, typing a few more things into my phone before handing it back to me. I see the flash of messenger history deleted upon my screen for a split second before it goes back to the usual background. Looking down at her, I raise my eyebrows slightly. Thanks. I hope you get your door back.
Mm-hmm. I will. One way or another.
She nods politely, and I make my exit. As I'm walking through the hall, I spy Jasmine's father still hunched over his nachos. Jeremy, meanwhile, is still on the couch, which I'm realizing is also his bed. He scowls at me as he catches me looking, the fox making a crude gesture before rolling over toward the television. I think he mutters another "fuck off" but I'm not really listening. I'm honestly surprised Carl accepted going along to this party. His social anxiety is pretty bad at school. Maybe it's just that kind of night.
Wait, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Did we go with Carl tells his parents the truth and they don't believe him?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Awesome.
I walk alongside
Did Jenna
him.
just make like a DCFS call?
No, I don't think so.
I would hope she would, but probably not.
No. I'm from my memory of how things play out from here, Jenna is going to leave her family within the year, if I remember right. It's either like this year or next year that she's going to basically move out on her own, become an emancipated minor of some type, or like she's legally 18 by that point. I can't remember what the exact reasoning was, but she gets the hell out of there pretty soon and changes her name to Jenna.
Yeah, that seemed like some form of a hidden SOS.
There is something on Jenna's route itself that I know of that I think is more likely to be what she's doing at the moment, but I don't know for certain.
Okay.
Honestly, it's never fully explained.
It's not a party till it's a watch your friends get child abused party.
Oh,
Am I right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
no. Well,
Yeah, no, Jenna's situation is real bad.
Her situation is terrible.
Baby! Baby's cat Milton.
I walk alongside him, still milling over what Jasmynn had said.
Can't wait till I get my license and car. I mentioned that already, yeah?
Yeah, you did on TJ's route, which we just did earlier. Yes.
That's retconned.
Well, we'll just skip forward to where it's something different, which I think this is the same for this scene.
Did you guys already do TJ's route?
We are
No,
done
just
with
this
it.
part.
We just did a little bit of it. Unless you guys want me to redo this scene since you guys are here.
I saw from this point forward. From when
I
they
don't
talked
think
about
I've
it,
seen.
not
I
forward.
don't think I've gone from this point forward. So
Okay, we can redo it then. Yeah, so you said that. You can get your fetlocks toned and ready for the dance floor, though. I see Carl's posture stiffen some at that prospect, his bright green eyes looking to the asphalt beneath us.
You don't actually... think there's gonna be dancing, is there? Like, movies and shit?
Oh.
I shrug. Something I've been doing a lot this night. Growing up in a town with less than 60 people has made what seems like the conventional teenage experience on TV seem utterly foreign. The closest our group of friends had to such were birthday parties with just us 6 and our folks. Leo's dad let us drink a can of beer once. I always imagined high school parties were just a bunch of kids sitting on couches and smoking weed. But this is Echo, so...
Meth?
Do you think Leo would go to a party where everyone smoked meth?
I didn't think Leo would go to a party and not tell us.
I pause, dipping my paws in my pockets. I wonder if Leo thinks we're not cool.
Yep, that's exactly what he is.
Carl actually turns to look at me, then quickly averts his gaze to the ground.
Dude. I think that after all the shit we've been through, that would matter.
The serious statement from him takes me off guard. I feel instantly guilty for broaching that topic. I nod solemnly, another long pause drifting between us. Yeah. And here's where we had left off, so...
Okay.
Oh, stay away from the sink. Oh!
Sam,
I don't stay
are your
away from
cats like
tables.
are your cats like attacking you again?
No, I'm in my kitchen and Sanji's rubbing up against me.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah, he's being a
All
little
right.
sweetheart.
So this is gonna be Carl's big scene if I remember correctly.
I'll be quiet.
Carl slows to a stop, resting his paws upon his knees, his large backed form hunched over. He groans once, his breathing a bit ragged. I stop as well, moving over to the ram's side. You alright, dude?
Yeah. We've been walking forever. Could use, like, a bench or something.
I'm sure there'll be chairs at the party.
Yeah. Sticky sex ones, probably.
I smirk. I'm sure you'll get used to the scene in no time.
I'm sorry, I zoned out. Did he say sex benches?
Yeah.
Yep.
What are those?
Okay.
Remember, these
If you
two
ever
teens,
go to
they're
college
making
party.
shit up.
If ever you go to college
They
parties,
are
there are
actually
couches
sex
that people
benches.
just have sex on, and then you just sit there the next morning like nothing happened.
Man, the parties I went to in college were way different than that.
I mean, I didn't go to those parties, but I did have friends who went to parties like that.
We
I had
just...
friends who had literal hookup rooms at their parties.
Okay, that's fascinating.
Yeah, wasn't there one that you came and you saw there was a room and it was like, yeah, nope, bye.
My friend was like, DJ, this is not a party for you, honey. You should go now.
You were the TJ!
So why?
I just partied with all the
Ah.
Catholic kids.
We were the
I never
TJ.
went to parties. Oh, boring.
Catholic kids drink hard, though. I will say that.
Well, so there's a couple camps. There are the Catholic kids who aren't 21 yet, and some
And they're adorably law-abiding.
they're like, yeah, it's like, no, let's do fun, like, we have, like, different fun events that we would
Yeah,
do,
like swing dance
movie
parties.
nights, and that
Mm,
sort
yeah.
of thing. And then there's the people who either were of age or didn't care. And so, yes, there's the two camps, the kids that didn't drink anything and the kids that drank a lot.
They were never, like,
Drank a lot.
dangerous, which is one thing I liked about their parties.
Usually it never was anything dangerous or, yeah.
Or yeah, but they did enjoy. They had like an entry fee, and then it was all you could drink.
Yes, at the one Catholic, basically the Catholic frat.
It was great. All right, sorry. This concludes life with DJ and Hannah.
Yes.
Well, see, I was just silent because I never went to a party at all.
Fair enough.
I'm kidding. I actually did go to parties, but they were nerd parties. How many of you guys have gone
Dude,
to
nerd parties are the
parties?
best.
Yeah, we're basically just like you eat a whole bunch of like snack food, you play video games, you watch
Yep.
like weird
Yep.
movies. That's the nerd party. They're always great.
I love nerd
Those,
parties.
They're the
those,
best.
those are
That was my
high school parties.
that was my roommates every night. literally every night. Didn't matter, weeknight, weekend. Come home, it'd be like 1 a.m. We'd be playing video games together or watching Lord of the Rings or something. or getting in like padded sword fights with each other.
Oh yeah. Your
was
roommate
great.
is like, wanna boff?
Yeah, my roommate would get high and be like, we should boff. Let's boff. And then he'd go out and beat the shit out of me, even though he was high.
That's gotta be funny.
Oh, it was great. It was so much fun. Sorry.
All right, well,
Again.
Carl, whenever you're ready for your line.
Alright. We're gonna show up there and it'll just be Leo alone and a git mask with a warehouse full of rubber ducks.
What?
Sounds like a dream I had once.
I had a dream about Power Rangers.
He lets out a sort of raspy laugh, pushing himself back upright again. I give his side a little rough nudge, and we begin walking once more. The road here is much better maintained than most of Echo's on account of it being a state route. Still, it doesn't get much usage. I think Flynn told me once that it was part of the early highway system that was repurposed in the 90s. The interstate freeway about 30 miles to our east gets most of the traffic this road used to. If you want to get to any major city, you take the interstate. There's little reason beyond sightseeing to take the slow highway. I never really understood the appeal of people that do stuff like that. Set their GPS to avoid freeways for the scenic stuff.
No, we never do that. I do it to avoid tolls.
That's fair.
Avoiding
that is
tolls,
fair.
and the only other reason I would ever do that is because...
And we're back from whatever that break was. I don't know how that'll be edited in post. Everything on these long highway stretches has been mostly shuttered, without a gas station for 100 miles. It's just decay, entropy, and I don't get why anyone would want to be reminded of it for fun. I mean, I live in the middle of it, so maybe that's why it doesn't seem so exotic, enticing, or southwestern gothic. Failing local economies and being trapped in the midst of them just as a way of sucking the fun out of things. Walking along now, the remnants of the bygone highway era still dot the landscape. To our right, there's an abandoned trailer park, most of it empty because, besides the crumbling admin building and 1 or 2 remaining trailers, they're all graffitied to high hell, though. It's funny how spray-painted initials crop up on deserted structures, seemingly at the same rate rust and dust take over. Sydney and Flynn convinced me to tag an outhouse once when I was 10. The end result didn't look anywhere near as good as the bold yet indecipherable text that adorns the outer wall of the chipped 70s-era RV beside me. I ended up feeling so guilty, I told my mom. We went back to the outhouse after dark with soap and scrubbing stuff and managed to get it all off.
Aww.
The next day, Sydney and Flynn were confused as to where my tag went. I told them I didn't know what they were talking about. My mom thought that was funny. At the thought of Mom, I aroused my brooding, glancing sidelong to Carl. He has a dull, vacant look on his face, his mind clearly elsewhere. I feel cold sweat take me, and a weird lurching in my stomach. Christ, can I actually do this? To come out to him in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere? I'm gonna be stuck in this town for at least 3 more years. Then I'm free, hopefully. If this goes badly, more badly than it already has, I'll just have to stick it out until college. Hey, Carl? The words leave my throat with a forced-sounding utterance, surprising myself. The ram slowly blinks back into reality, then responds.
Yeah?
So, something kind of messed up happened this morning. I see the flicker of his eyes shift toward my direction.
This, have to do with what Karen was saying, Karen was going off about? I wasn't gonna ask her nothing.
So he had noticed after all. Sort of, yeah. I see Carl shift awkwardly. He's never the person I go to with the serious stuff. I can tell he's wondering why I'm breaking our mutual, unspoken, let's keep it light pact. That being said, I definitely have his full attention.
Oh. Okay. What's up?
I see the outline of the Parsons building now, but we're still a pretty damn long ways away. So, I like guys. I can't really read his expression change in the dark, but it definitely did.
Really?
Yeah, have since I went through puberty.
Are you, like, sure? You're pretty down to earth. I mean, Soren asshole at times, but yeah, plain.
I rubbed my temple, letting out a little grunt. You're making me feel better already.
Hopefully not too good. Though I doubt you're into boobs anyways.
He grabs his pectorals, giving them a squeeze. Ah, well, you got a purty mouth. I cringe instantly at myself. Why the fuck would I say that?
I don't know.
Fortunately, I see the glint of Carl's teeth, and I know that he's grinning.
So Flynn's advice was actually relevant after all. Does he, like, know?
No, you're the first person I've told.
Whoa, dude. That's pretty heavy.
I'm trying to think of something to say. Trying to be nonchalant as possible. I guess I'm trying to show Carl that I'm not really any different. Well, you're pretty heavy, so I thought you can handle it.
Oh no!
He looks down at his gut, then back up again. Carl isn't really grotesquely overweight. His whole body is pretty proportionally large. Well, maybe not in height yet, but there's still a few years. Who knows? Maybe he'll turn out huge like Leo.
What do your mom and pop think about it?
They didn't know until this morning. They caught me watching gay porn.
Fuck, dude.
I hear him exhale through his large nostrils.
I make my parents knock. There's like a mutual agreement that it isn't good for either of us if they walk in on a jerk-off session. Though they're never usually home anyway.
Yeah, that's nice. I see the ram's form rise then slump again. A shrug. I don't think my parents took it well, so this whole outing is keeping my mind off things.
I'm sorry, dude. Really? Yeah? Ugh. I kinda cringe secondhand thinking about it, actually.
A single car passes us by, the first one we've seen all night. We stop talking as it passes. I can feel the eyes of the driver upon us. We're definitely an odd sight. An otter and a ram in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the night.
So, does this mean I get to say the F word whenever I want on an account of my best friend being gay and stuff?
I mean, as long as you don't turn into Flynn with it, then yeah, sure.
That's like the best news I've heard.
Oh my gosh.
I can finally talk smack back properly to the 12-year-olds online.
Stop it!
I snicker a little, and silence falls between us. I'm not sure exactly what to say after all that. Carl seems a little less jokey, too. His horns tilted down, so I know he's staring at the road as he walks. It's getting noticeably chillier outside. The desert soil doesn't do a great job of retaining heat already, but it is much worse in the late fall and winter months. I cross my arms tight across my chest, envying those with thicker fur, in pants instead of shorts. Peering ahead, I can see that our destination is still like a mile away. To my surprise, Carl breaks the silence clearing his throat first.
You know, I
watch him from his side, not about to interrupt, even if he can't make the right words form right away.
Sometimes when I'm like feeling bad, I sort of have this, like this pretend.
I see him look over at me, then he smiles, shaking his head rapidly.
Nah.
What? Go on.
I can't say this lame ass shit.
I just told you I'm gay and got caught watching gay porn. What's lamer than that?
That's not even lame. That's just shit luck and a way too good headphones.
They were the in-ear bud kind.
Dangerous choice there, dude.
Come on!
Yeah.
He grunts indignantly.
I sometimes...
He takes in a deep breath, clutching his paws together inside the front pocket of his hoodie.
Fuck it. I have an imaginary girlfriend in my head and she chills me out.
Wow. Wow.
Don't wow me. I have a good imagination or something and it works out.
Oh, Carl.
Is she hot?
Yeah, completely. Short, like blonde head for dark gray eyes and real athletic body. Double D breast, 2 foot long dick. She's amazing.
Wait, what?
What was that last one?
She's amazing. You have one?
I glance over and I see Carl looking at me expectantly. Are we just putting all our embarrassing shames out here in the open tonight?
I did.
I think for now, let's just do what normal grown-ups do and suppress the rest. I see Carl sort of smile awkwardly, then rather quickly look away.
If you say so.
I'm honestly astounded by how quickly the tables turned in this confiding. Even in the dark, I can tell he's trying to act all nonchalant and uncaring, but he's visibly tense as hell. That imaginary girlfriend thing must mean a lot to him. He's playing it off with humor, but I've known him long enough to see through that. Hey. I see him flinch, looking over his shoulder toward me.
What's up?
You're not weird. He doesn't respond beyond faking a amused grunt. I take it deep, preparing to further delve into this deep real talk that this conversation... I guess it was a deep breath, but alright. That this conversation is about to become. I was feeling lonely 2 months ago and posted a personal mail-for-mail ad on the Peyton List website. 18-year-old otter here looking for friend/mentor, or something was the tagline. I included a cropped and photoshopped picture of myself at the Peyton Rec Center pool, my face blurred. It was that time we went to after we saw the Superwolf movie in the 3D theater place with you, Jazz, and Leo. Since I went through puberty a couple years ago, I was pretty sure I could pass for 18 if my face was hidden. I was wrong. My post was taken down, and I got a few emails from administrators asking all sorts of questions, including some kind of vague, threatening stuff. It just really hasn't been my past few months. I see Carl bounce his knuckles together, taking all that information in. That's weird. Trying to find some mysterious fantasy stranger on the internet who will make everything right when I'm not even remotely old enough. Because I'm too much of a to risk being seen as anything other than what I've always been seen as. I let out a puff of air, fidgeting some and feeling my heart thud heavy within my chest.
That's scary as hell, dude.
Another long silence.
Her name is Donica. She's an otter. Has glasses and kind of crooked teeth so she doesn't open her mouth when she smiles. She's really into video games, illustration, and like clothes, I guess. When I'm doing my drawing, she inspires me. She inspires me, sort of. Donica is like, what's the word for it? My muse? I'm nowhere even good enough to justify even having one. But she makes me want to do and make stuff, as opposed to, you know, nothing.
Well, sorry if I'm offending her if she's, well, present, but it's probably healthier if you had a real girlfriend. But for now, yeah, I understand. The Ram smiled sheepishly. The lights from the illuminated Parsons building close enough now that I can see he's biting his cheek.
I guess. Same goes for you. With the real boyfriend, I mean.
He lets out a short huff of air.
Fuck. That's weird to say, not as a joke. But, seriously. Thanks, dude.
No problem, man. Eventually, we reached the Parsons building, an establishment that closed many of my lifetimes ago from the looks of it. About 10 or so cars and motorcycles are parked alongside the building. A neon blue light emanates from the inside. The thump of bass is palpable even out here on the road. I look over to Carl. All of his lackadaisy demeanor on the way here has been replaced by tight-lipped tension. To be honest, I'm feeling pretty similar.
I don't see anyone outside here. Everyone must be inside. We just got to get in and look for Leo's big red ass. Or, you know, his face. Any idea what we should say when we see him?
Hi, Leo is a good start.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Neither of us moves.
God, dude. What if it's a rave?
Do people actually still have raves?
I don't know. I'm getting really bad vampire cult vibes from all this.
Look at. What the fuck was that? That scared the shit out of me!
What
Holy
was that?
fuck!
What was that?
I thought that was a glitch.
It was no. I'm looking at apartments and I just look and I see. Oh god.
Let's check around the back first, alright?
Gonna be Leo.
This would be you, Sam.
Oh, no way.
Oh my god, is Leo here?
No.
Oh, what the fuck?!
It
Carl practically leaps, swatting at the air around him as he gets some distance.
Which, oh geez, sorry Carl. I didn't know I scared you that badly.
Carl stares wide-eyed at the sheeted visage before his eyes go to a lull.
Ugh. Hey, TJ.
I legitimately thought you were about to start bleeding there, Carl.
Real specious, dude.
What are you doing here, Teach? And why are you dressed like a ghost?
We have a child on the counter. Lady! Down!
Why are you dressed like a ghost? We have a child on the counter.
That child's name is TJ.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Hold on. My mom dropped me off about 2 minutes ago. I can't believe you guys walked here. Mom would have given you a ride if you asked. Not that I'm against you guys getting exercise or anything.
I think Carl winces slightly.
For the costume, my mom and I put this together at the last minute. I didn't get to go trick-or-treating yesterday because of church stuff, so Mom said how now would be my chance with this party.
Oh.
Even under all that fabric, I can still picture TJ grinning cheerily. It is such a contrast to the past few hours with Carl. A contrast to this whole day, actually. That's very considerate of your mother, TJ, but, Never mind.
This poor innocent child is about to be corrupted and he doesn't even know it.
How did you get invited to this but not us?
TJ tilts his ghostly head curiously.
My mom just told me she heard about this fun get-together here and said it would be a good way to treat myself after volunteering yesterday.
Oh no, this poor child.
I didn't really think I needed one.
There is a pause.
Oh god, I've never crashed a party before.
Oh, TJ.
Should we just go home?
Carl and I exchange a look. Flynn told me that Leo would be here tonight, actually.
Huh? He didn't mention anything of that nature to me. I'm sure he just forgot, though.
Carl steps off the roadway and onto the smooth concrete of the entranceway, trying to get a stealthy look inside from afar.
If you say so, man.
Okay to have a +1, alright? But there are 3 of us.
See Leo in there, Carl? Carl is silent for a long moment.
I see Jack.
Who? Carl looks back at me.
Jack shit. You might know him.
I furrow my brow at Carl. TJ physically covers his ears with his enshrouded paws. I hear the lynx mutter a faint stop.
Isn't it weird that we've been out here this whole time and no one has come outside? Like, I'd assume some people want to come out for air, to smoke, and make out.
They might be doing that inside.
TJ.
If you were saying that, I didn't get caught.
No! What?
TJ.
TJ's eyes bulge.
He's
Hey,
so
baby boy.
cute.
Hey, baby boy. What kind of party is this?
TJ brings his paws together, wringing them as he looks at us expectantly. We don't know, TJ. I kinda hoped that you would.
The sort that Leo and TJ go to without inviting, or even telling us about, apparently.
Bitterness still hangs in Carl's tone as he rocks nervously upon his hooves. I'm honestly still upset about it myself, too. This is the sort of thing I'd like for all of us to do together. Our first real party, as a group. I don't feel nearly as confident without him with us. By the way TJ and Carl are acting, I think it's the same for them, too. I suppose Leo just has that effect on people. Oh god. How in the hell am I even getting bars out here? Fuck this.
He's got the ESPN app on his phone. I just don't picture him playing ESPN, but cool.
Did he actually?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, see, look. See that E? That's the ESPN.
Yes.
The at, I assume, would be...
Oh, I see what you're talking about up there. There's Bluetooth,
The N is like you
tracker,
can tap other things.
an alarm.
But yeah, the E's got to be ESPN. I wonder what the at is.
That's a messenger for certain.
Yeah, messenger of some sort. So there we go.
He has an ESPN.
Chase likes sports.
Apparently Chase likes sports.
It makes
Alan.
sense. Leo's a football guy.
That's true.
What was your...
Actually, I think it mentioned in Echo that Chase isn't really into sports, but he was into sports, quote unquote, when Leo played sports.
I do remember that. He did mention that he followed it when Leo was there.
It could have just been a different E, but that's definitely the ESPN symbol, I'm just saying.
Look at my text. We need this as a meme.
Oh, you sent it to me like in the personal one?
Yeah. There needs to be a text box like, I wonder what's about to happen.
Okay, I'll try and see if I can make something like that at some point. I hit ignore and walk past Carl towards the blinding CN light of the broken entryway. Carl?
Dude, wait.
TJ? Okay, there we go.
I did.
I step inside and am instantly greeted with the musty smell of dozens of years of structural decay. The scent of dust, drywall, and stray fiberglass insulation mixes with the more modern aromas of alcohol, perfume, and scented candles. Looking around, there are actually quite a few lit candles lying around, their flames contrasting with the color gel matte halogen lighting. Whoever set this up must be a theater tech kid. With all the candles, I actually agree with Carl's notion that this might be a bit vampire culty feeling. The music certainly isn't helping. I'd expected something a lot more, I don't know. Leo calls it oompa oompa music, the stuff with trumpets and accordions we get on the Spanish stations. Still no sign of anyone. This is actually getting kind of spooky.
Chase?
Hey,
I only heard Chase.
Ace.
Hey, wait up, Chase.
TJ and Carl come bounding in behind me.
the acoustics in here are nuts.
Why is it empty?
I don't know. I don't hear anyone yet.
That's weird.
Well, let's split up, gang, and search for clues.
TJ and I both look over at Carl, who has a flat expression on his face.
I'm joking. I'm literally fine with us holding tails chain style at this point.
I'm okay with just walking normally.
With that, TJ steps up, following in tow, and we walk around the corner, through a cobwebbed hallway, and into the main manufacturing floor. Here, we finally see some people. This is certainly no rave. I count only about 15 or so people at the far end of the room, and a few more in the rooms behind them. Most seem to be surrounding a metal keg, though a group of about 6 girls looks to be gathered around what looks like a yearbook. I only recognize 1 or 2 of them, and even then, only vaguely.
I think I see Heather over there by the barrel thing.
Aww.
TJ points out a sheeted paw toward the feline girl by the keg. Heather has a blue solo cup in hand and is laughing at one of the guys around her. Heather is one of the girls who rides our bus. She lives out in the outskirts of Echo. She's not really part of our group. I just know her dad is responsible for maintaining the reservoir dam. I have a feeling what's in that keg isn't fruit punch, and feel pretty boggled at how TJ's mom was the one to send him here. Meanwhile, looking at Carl, I see that pretty much all of his snark has dissipated once again. He stands in the doorway of the hall. The people in front start to notice us, nudging their friends and pointing. Some snicker, though most just look confused. Especially at TJ in his ghost costume. Feeling eyes upon him, the Lynx lifts up his sheeted arms.
Ooh.
He approaches the grouping in character.
Happy Day of the Dead!
Oh my god.
I think TJ is Catholic.
Wait, wait, you mean Catholic?
Because he just said Happy Day of the Dead, and he was busy doing a church function on Halloween.
Yeah, TJ is something. He's definitely some form of Christian at the very least.
He's an amalgamation of a lot of Christian, I think.
Yeah, I think that he's like he's like a fusion of like I want to say like a non-denominational and Catholic. Weirdly enough,
Mm-hmm.
TJ is something.
he's something for certain.
Yeah. He literally showed a Happy Day of the Dead.
God, that is so terrible. It's so terrible.
I don't think he knows what that even
I forgot,
is.
this is a Day of the Dead party.
The confused
that is what this party
expressions
is.
seem to amplify. As TJ nears, it looks like he's attempting to hug Heather. Having not been paying much attention behind her, she turns right at the last second, the lynx wrapping his ghostly arms around her in a tight hug.
No.
She screams, and all eyes shift to her and TJ. At some point we need to assign Heather to someone. I think that Heather's probably going to be your character, Sam.
Okay. Get the fuck off of me! Oh my god!
The surprised lynx lurches back with a startle, right as Heather shoves his chest. He goes colliding into the floor with a hard thump, dust splaying everywhere. The others around Heather exclaim distress. We'll just hand this off as a baton between people. What the fuck, man?
Are you?
Get off her, you fucking creep. Amelia, go get Derek.
Heather, it's just TJ. Despite my shouting, I don't think anyone hears me, or at least understands me. They mostly all sound inebriated, judging from the slurs in their voices. I see one of the girls at the yearbook table get up and fast walk into the back rooms. I try to run up to TJ's side, but a large coyote steps in from the back room and blocks my path. He has a look in his eyes that seems to say he's looking for a fight. TJ, meanwhile, lies on the floor with his white sheets coated in factory dust. From the sniffling noises I hear beneath the costume, I can tell he is crying. The stumbling coyote girl nudges him with her foot before emptying the contents of her cup on his sheeted head. Another equally drunk wolf attempts to pull her back, nearly tipping them both over. She puts on a dazed expression of motherly scolding. This would be a girl, so it can be either of you.
Yo, Maria. Okay. Yo, Maria, what the fuck? Don't pour booze on the ghost. We honor our dead bad touchers of this night.
Oh wait, I think this was actually the wolf. Yeah, no, this is the wolf.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Either way, you said the line, so.
Okay.
For some reason, this comment makes a fox fellow next to Heather bristle. This is definitely a dude.
This is the guy you was telling me about? The thing that...
His fists clench. Heather, meanwhile, seems to be crying now too. For some reason, her mascara matting the fur around her eyes. She just keeps repeating,
Leave this.
over and over again while her friends try to console her. What the hell are you talking about? Leave him alone! The older coyote in front of me is not having any of it. He snarls. I think this is still you, Seb.
I thought it was a fox, dude. Oh well. We're sick of you sick fuckers!
I don't know any of you besides her. Someone next to Heather yells back. Anyone can take this one.
You leave Heather the fuck alone, Musket.
Musket shit.
Shit.
It's musk shit. It's musk
Look.
shit.
Look, it's hard for me.
Oh, I understand. I was
Musk
just
shit.
explaining. It's a made up insult for this world. So
It's a made up racist term, I should think.
yeah. So it's musk shit. It's basically like the two words. I look behind me and see Carl is no longer in the doorway or in here with us. The fox guy seems to be trying to drag TJ now, limply smacking his sheeted head as the lynx tries to pull back.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
This is a misunderstanding or something. Fuck! Leo! Leo, are you here? The coyote grabs my shirt, pulling at me with enough force that my muzzle ends up smacking into his trucker hat brim and knocking it off his head. I manage to swat his paw away, though not before one of the girls screams in my direction.
He's attacking Derek!
What the hell? No, I'm not! With Derek snarling at me, he recombobulates. I weigh my options. I legitimately don't know how to fight. Flynn said I wouldn't be good at it if I tried because of my shitty otter arms. I look down at my arms.
Flynn!
They are rather shitty.
Stop listening to Flynn!
I just have to go get help. The cacophony of screaming and snarling from around TJ is insane. These people are on fucking drugs or something. I hold up the flat of my paws to the dehydrated coyote. I'm not trying to fight you. I just want to get to... The coyote thrusts his arm out, giving a glancing blow with his fist against my chest. Stumbling back, I scramble to my feet, taking one final look at the fetal position TJ before turning to run. The coyote latches onto my shoulder, yanking me back. Something hard smacks into my skull and I feel my mind rattle.
Oh, I don't like the noise.
Back, essentially butt-bumping the coyote as my ears ring from the prior blow. I feel like I'm walking like a zombie now, staggering toward the door as my vision blurs.
Oh god, the ring finally stopped.
Is this what being knocked out feels like? I clench my fists and keep up my pace, trying to blink the blurriness away. Eventually, I reach the entrance. Carl? Leo? As I reach the outside, my knees lock and I drop to the concrete. The impact rattles my bones as I catch myself with my wrists, just barely managing to avoid falling directly onto my muzzle. I take a deep breath. I'm still conscious. At least, half conscious. I continue crawling, trying to ignore the throbbing pain. Carl!
It must have touched a part of the oven that you sprayed.
Shouting, my voice sounds foreign to me. Shrill, childlike, pathetic, and increasingly hoarse.
Way to make you like...
Leo! My voice shouldn't be this croaky. I barely talk today. I'm in the middle of the road now. Where's Carl? I should get out of here before our car comes. I pull myself along the asphalt, feeling my skin scrape beneath my fur. Oh, somebody's touching their mic.
I think that's Hannah and DJ.
Okay.
No, DJ needed to wash his hands.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll wash my hands for now.
Okay. That's okay.
I'm ready.
If you need to wash your hands, that's fine. I pull myself along the asphalt, feeling my skin scrape beneath my fur. I want to stand, but I'll probably just fall again. And so I keep crawling, rolling into what seems like some sort of detention basin. I stare up at the sky, fighting the sudden fatigue and gritting my teeth through the pain. At first I think it's blood that got in my eyes, but upon rubbing them, I realize that isn't the case. The sky is different, like someone slapped one of those colored gel matte filters over it. What the hell? I rub my eyes again, attempting to focus. I can't stay here. TJ's in some deep shit. Those idiots, those assholes. Sucking a sharp breath through my teeth, I rise to a stand, praying my knees don't lock up again. Find Carl. Find Leo. I stumble out of the detention basin, feeling packed soil beneath my feet. A dirt road. Looking behind me, I realize I must have crawled further than I thought. Parsons looks over a mile away? That can't be right.
You tripping balls.
I see a van ahead. It looks rusted and old, but there's a light on inside. I step stiff-leggedly down the road a ways, reaching the bend where the vehicle sits. The same redness that the sky is tinted with pulsates from the interior. I try to speak, but no words come from my throat. It's like a dream. I want to do the irrational thing and announce myself, but I can't. I move closer, peering into the dusty back window. Inside the window is another window, and in that window, a little red dot in the corner, flashing on and off. In the window within the window, there's a writhing, flashes of fur contorted and undulating in constant, restless motion. Something's trying to hold it in place. I hear a clap and a cry. The clapping continues, louder now, rhythmic yet singular applause. This is what you want, says the voice that cried. I stare, slowly finding the will to speak. No, I need to help my friends. Do you know where they are? The voice shifts some, more urgent. We heard gunfire coming from the town. It's real bad. Gunfire? I didn't hear anything. Please help find my friends. We can't find them all now. We need to go. They're lost. No, they're not. I'll keep looking. I'll keep looking myself. You're just going in circles. I feel tears well within my eyes. A lump in my throat contained a choked sob. Please. The van's back door opens. I'm standing too close and they push me onto my back. The red light is gone now, replaced by darkness, shifting shadows within. Matt, look away. Don't listen for like a few seconds.
Oh, is this bug stuff?
It's not bugs. It's his phobia, though.
Oh, okay.
I see them now. Tarantulas. They're eight-legged, fuzzed with white and rust-colored stripes. They're on me with haste, 2 of them, one on each of my arms. They bite so hard, so quickly, I can't yell. They pull and tug at me, another pair at my legs. I pulled up and into the van, my body stretched upon a squishy something that begins to sink against my arms and legs. There's no more light, and I stare paralyzed at what I think is the ceiling of the van, the pitch blackness. Alright, I think Matt's allowed to come back, so somebody sent him a message letting him know that it's over. It feels like restraints are binding me in place. I'm trying to adjust my eyes to the darkness, but everything is blurry and unclear. My head throbs like a heartbeat, the pangs of pain unrelenting. My fur bristles. Where did the spiders go? Breathing becomes more difficult, as if the oxygen in the van was running out. I feel the veins in my neck bulge as I try to gasp for large breaths, but my body isn't my own. Lights pop as the ringing in my ears intensify. Something is above me. I can sense it. There's a garbled muttering coming forth from it, as if spoken through a poorly tuned AM radio. It sounds like me. Have you ever killed anyone? My eyes wrench open. And I think we'll stop the episode there.
Ooh, holy shit.
Jeez.
Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.